Hello and welcome back to World of Final Fantasy VII. I feel a little hoarse right now. So, a little PSA before we start. And I will also start editing out fights now. I recently updated to Windows 10 Service Pack 1903 or whatever it's called, 1905. Well, the latest Service Pack anyway. And I had some troubles getting Final Fantasy VII to start. If that happens to you, just like before, just run the game converter again and everything will be fine. Everything will work from that point on. Okay, so hey, let's play some games. I wanted to muse about something. I've been hearing that. Right, where was I? Yeah, I was going to talk about how Final Fantasy VII is considered to be overrated. I mean, from a technical standpoint, obviously it's not a great game. Those freaking ostriches. Well, I was going to say that, I mean, I've said this before. This game is not great from a technical standpoint. It is the first Final Fantasy on the PlayStation. And, well, I have to admit, compared to first games on new platforms like Final Fantasy X and 13 and 15 even, although well, 15 got stuck in development hell, so I don't know if that counts. Final Fantasy VII is the least polished game in the entire Final Fantasy franchise. I mean, with the different character models going on, the different fidelity, controls are... Well, okay, I shouldn't really not knock the controls, but how they have worked the perspectives both from the field screen backgrounds to the walk mesh that the 3D models follow. I mean, the 3D characters follow when you walk around. They actually rarely add up entirely, completely. That is not a big issue, I will admit. It does, however, lack polish. This is unfortunate. Not a big problem, but again, unfortunate. That said, the strength of this game, I argue, lie in the writing. So if some gameplay stuff just isn't fully there, again, what you come to this game for is, in my interpretation, the writing. Maybe the soundtracks too, I suppose. I mean, it is what it is. You either love it or hate it. But the gameplay is not great. The visuals are not great, although I will fully admit that the world map is far and away my favorite in the entire series. And that's probably mostly because, yes, Final Fantasy IX, well, it tried to do too much with the technology it used. I mean, with the... well, it tried to do too much for the PlayStation system to handle. Let's see. Let's get us a summon materia. Well, so is Final Fantasy VII overrated? In my opinion, all things considered, no. It tells a compelling story. There's a lot of heart and soul in it. with admittedly very unpolished gameplay. And, well, the graphics, the models they used, I mean, they improved considerably to Final. Well, in the in times it took them to put out Final Fantasy VIII, and Final Fantasy IX improved even farther with animations. So yeah, you can actually objectively say that the classic of RPG classics really is not a great game. We still love it, so fuck you. Or fuck me. Well. Yeah, do you have anything interesting to say? Yeah? Ooh! Haha! Ooh! Yes, yes! Oh, good fucking god, I'm glad to see this. Oh man, oh man. Thank you. Thank you. There is a translation god. With a snack. I honestly doubt that the trailing R should be there. But Midgårdsorm, as we pronounce it in Sweden today, which is probably not how you pronounce it back in the freaking 1300s or something. Well, this is true. It is a huge snake monster, but it's... Well, if you know about Leviathan, they're probably the same kind of a thing. This Midgårdsorm, however, it lay curled around the roots of Yggdrasil, the world tree, world ashen tree. Technically, you know, it's not just any tree, but it is an ash tree, ashen thing. So it would have been a very big tree. Big trees have a very big root system. So Midgårdsorm, Midgårdsormen, would have been very big to be able to fit, do a complete circumference of the thing. In the original translation, it is called Midgar Zolom. I can understand why it got that name, but if you just, you know, pay attention to its design and just know your mythology, Midgårdsorm is, I am entirely confidently just 90% sure that's what they were going for. Oh wait, should I have asked him something more? Yeah, I think I should have actually. Let's that would have been our Sephiroth. Huh, but yeah, the writing. Actually, I have said that most of the game is mediocre from a technical point of view, but the writing is actually really adventurous. I mean, not just the cross-dressing section. I mean, that is. I mean, I have never seen that before or since in any game. If you have, let me know. Otherwise, I am going to just go out boldly on a branch or on a sheet of thin ice and just say it is unique in gaming history. Final Fantasy VII did it. It went there. Also, yeah, the story that it tells, I mean, it is at its heart about environmental destruction and, well, there's a whole areas and just extinction and picking up the mantle, that kind of thing, and just facing your inner demons going on. There's a lot of things going on in this game, but there's all concern with the environment. It happens here, it has happened in other games, it will happen in other games in the future. But back when Final Fantasy VII was released, okay, there was a movement for environmental preservation and things by that time, but it had not picked up steam at the time this game was released, so was a big dare. Or maybe people just, when people played this, they had this rivalry with Sephiroth and, hey, you freaking stabbed Aerith. We do not approve. We're going to stab you right back in the face, good sir. And, I mean, there's a lot of things going on in this game that you can relate to. So, no. Writing in this game is good. Maybe pulls a few cheap tricks and just some heavy-handed bits here and there, but that is absolutely the strongest point in the game. And seeing as that just doesn't go out of style, the way gameplay design and graphics and sound quality, sound fidelity does, and resolutions being what they are. Yeah, this is a game that will stand the test of time, and it really has. And now we are getting a remake. A full-on, ground-up remake that is not the facelift that Final Fantasy VI got on the PC, and not what was it, Legend of Mana? No, wait, I actually did get it. Basically, no. Okay, well, I'm just gonna stop talking about that. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Let's just. Okay. This explanation is making a lot more sense than the original translation. Thank you. Okay. Oh. Damn it. Okay, right. I think I will call it an episode here. It will probably make it easier for me. I won't have to cut out as much. In the next episode, I will have over 2,000 gil to my name, and probably a character level or 2. Yeah, grinding for money. Totally not my favorite thing to do in any TRPG. Here goes, doing it.